What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Hey Dog from Stoners Watch Wrestling, and today it's gonna be the first episode of my weekly series of my opinion of. Basically, what this series is gonna be is me choosing a different wrestler every single week and addressing my opinion on that wrestler. Now, of course, the first person I had to choose today was cha boy Roman Reigns, the big dog. It is his yard now. It is his yard now. The five big things that I'm going to be focusing on, I'm going to be rating each wrestler every week out of 10. Out of 10. There's 5 pointers that I'm going to be focusing on with each wrestler. The first one is going to be in-ring performance. Second one is going to be mic work when it comes to cutting promos and all that stuff. Third one is your attire. Fourth one is booking. And fifth one is fan reaction. So let's get right into it and start off with Roman Reigns inside the ring. Now, basically the main pointer that I decided with Roman Reigns is that he is definitely, by far, really improved inside the ring ever since he went by himself in 2014 after the Shield split up. He has definitely improved, okay? I would say his worst 2 years of him in the ring was 2014 and 2015, were the 2 worst years for him. But ever since 2016 and 2017, he's very improved in the ring, and he's proven it day in and day out. Every single week, he puts on good matches. Unfortunately, he wins every match, but that's because he's the big dog. He's strong. He's the big dog. So I would say that he's improved very well in the ring. I think the couple things that he needs to improve on is his pacing, and secondly, adding a couple more moves in there. And every superstar, when they're wrestling, they always need to, that's the one thing, is improve their pacing. Now, if you guys do not know what that means, it's pacing inside of the ring. Now, if you watch people like AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, they're really fast in the ring, and they're really fast to keep the momentum high. Roman Reigns, that's the one thing he struggles on, is keeping momentum in the match. He was really bad at it before. He never really had momentum in a match, but he was not really good at constructing and making people interested in the match until just recently, when he's been putting on great matches with great superstars. Now we're going to get to the one thing nobody likes about Roman Reigns, and that's his mic work. Another thing, he is definitely improved on the mic ever since 2014, 2015, which is his worst years in his entire career. 2016, he was probably the best at his mic. His best mic work was when he was working with Rusev in the United States Championship picture. That was really good. He was doing fantastic work on the mic. I actually really liked him when that was happening. And now he's kind of trimming down on less. He's saying less words now, and he's mostly just kind of showing up and fighting kind of situation. That's really what he's kind of doing, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's just like, if you want to push him at the top guy, you got to have the guy be able to talk and stuff like that. But Roman Reigns is incredibly improved in that ever since way back in 2014, 2015, especially 2015 was his worst year by far. I would say that he's definitely improved ever since then. Number 3, attire. Okay, so Roman Reigns' attire hasn't changed ever since he debuted on the main roster. He's had the same Shield attire. I think that the one thing that he needs to do is he definitely needs to change his attire. That's definitely a very important thing when it comes to building a character up, is the way you look. He looks like a badass. He looks like a Samoan badass. I just don't like the whole vest get up. I don't like how he's had that for so many years. I think he should change out of it and maybe just go with something different. Like, I've looked at the Usos, for example. The Usos, they used to wear face paint. If you guys obviously remember that, used to wear face paint, used to do all this crazy shit when they were baby faces. But once they turned heel, they turned into more of a thug sort of gimmick, where they're wearing like a hat, like a snapback. They're wearing like a black sweater. They basically just look thugged out. I feel like Roman Reigns would actually fit perfectly into that dynamic. I think that Roman Reigns needs to turn heel, in my opinion. That just kind of will bring Roman Reigns out a little bit more and make him more of a developed star. His character will develop more if he turns heel. A lot of people say that won't change much, but it's not necessarily Roman Reigns' fault. It's Vince McMahon's fault and having him push us in our face as a top baby face. When in reality, we could see him more as a top heel. I would really prefer if he was a top heel over a top babyface. I feel like Seth Rollins has incredibly earned the top babyface position on Raw. I think he deserves it. Also with Finn Balor as well. I could see Roman Reigns kind of just moving to the heel side. Now we're gonna talk about booking. Now he has the best booking in the WWE by far. And the reason why, if you guys don't even know the reason why people book him incredibly, why Vince is booking him like crazy, is because he sells the most money in apparel. He makes the most money out of any superstar because he sells the most apparel. He sells the most merchandise. So you guys can obviously know why he's getting pushed in their face is because people are buying him. Same with John Cena. People are buying Roman Reigns, which is absolutely fine. So when it comes to ranking, he's the best person right now when it comes to booking. And it's like, if he didn't bring in a crowd, I could tell you right fucking now that he wouldn't be booked like this. If he didn't bring people's attention, if they didn't do any of that sort of shit, he literally would be completely ignored. He would be basically Dean Ambrose, essentially. No offense to Dean. Dean had a pretty good push, but he had nothing close to what the two other Shield members ever had. Then we have the fifth and final point, which is fan reaction. Now, fan reaction is actually, it used to be way worse than it is now. When it was 2015, 2016, he was majority booed. Like, he was booed out of the fucking building in WrestleMania 32. But the more, 2016, 2017, the fan reaction is actually went a lot better. It's a lot more mixed. Not everyone's angry anymore because of that Daniel Bryan bullshit that was happening at Royal Rumble 2015. If you guys didn't know, that's the reason why all of this bullshit started, was because of Royal Rumble 2015 and because Daniel Bryan got eliminated really early in the match, so then we knew Roman Reigns was going to win the match. That's literally the only reason why people hate Roman Reigns to this fucking day. It's because of that booking. And it's because Daniel Bryan already has fucking glory in WrestleMania 30. So why should we give it to him again? It makes no sense. He's an injury-prone wrestler. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with Daniel Bryan. There's nothing. I'm just saying that Roman Reigns didn't deserve what he got, in my opinion. Obviously, he wasn't really... it was way too early for Roman, for him to get pushed in 2015. Obviously, that's already been proven. Oh, that sucks, man. I just got a fucking ice cap spilt on my leg. Oh, that sucks. That's fine, though. That's fine. But yeah, basically, yeah, Roman Reigns, when it comes to fan reaction now, it's very mixed. But even if it's like that, it's basically like John Cena's reaction. Like, let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Now it's let's go Roman sucks chance. And they're pretty even. You know, when you have that reaction, you know you're a top guy. Now, what is my general analysis of Roman Reigns? So, out of 10, when it comes to all 5 of these, the 2 main things he needs to improve on is mic skills, and he needs to improve his attire. That is the only 2 things that I could really see him really improving. His in-ring work, obviously, everyone in the ring needs to improve. He needs to add a couple more moves. He needs to kind of build momentum in the ring and make it a faster paced matchup. So Roman Reigns is going to be heading towards that direction. The attire thing is the one problem he has. Like, the one major problem at this point is that. And obviously mic work, which everyone can improve on. So what am I going to rate him? I'm not going to rate him really high. I don't think he's there yet. I don't think he's a full package wrestler, which I think is from anything from 8 to 10 is a full package wrestler. And anything who's getting there, I would say like a B superstar. Like, I'm literally, you could rate it as like a fucking, like a school way of doing it. Like A, B, C, D. I'd rate him about a B superstar. So I'd rate him probably around 7.5. I'll put it right here, 7.5. Okay, once he improves his in-ring a little bit more, once he starts talking a little bit more, and once he switches his character and his look and his attire, he will become a grade A superstar. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a huge thumbs up. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to leave a nice subscribe and flick the notifications button if you guys haven't already. And make sure you guys have a good old jolly day there, boys. And if you guys disagree or agree with my opinion, let me know in the comments below. Peace out, boys.